Okay, so we are going to go step by step through using this Nikon Coolpix B500 for the Lincoln County Historical Association as to how to best set up and take photographs for your archives. Now, the idea here is the first thing you're going to do is turn it on. There's an on-off switch right here at the top. You get the little green light going on. Once you do that, you're going to want to open up the menu at the back. So the menu button is down here. Let's see if we can get some light on that, maybe. There we go. The menu button's down here. It says menu. Hit that, and this will pop up. You have all kinds of options. We're going to go down to white balance for a moment. So click the down on the scroll bar here, down here, and then once that comes up, hit OK. We are going to do the preset manual. When you get to this, I was just going through it once, so it was already there. You may have to move it down to preset manual. Then hit the OK button again. There's OK. What you're going to do is measure white. So you need to have a white piece of paper, right here, in the light, preferably indirect light from a window, natural light, preferably without your fluorescents on in the room, but if you need to, then it's fine, it'll compensate. And then you're going to point the camera at that piece of paper, not in a shadow. Make sure you're not in a, like, casting, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure it's got the light on the paper, point at the paper. On the screen, you will see the white box, right? White box. Then you're going to move it down to measure. And as long as it's there and pointing at the paper, you can hit OK. It'll measure the amount of color on that white, understanding that it's white. Great, no problem. And you can see this doesn't take anything fancy. I'm here in the kitchen, a little bit of light coming through a window. As long as we're not in the direct sun, we're fine. Okay, so we have done that. Then we are going to go from this screen. If you just halfway press down on the shutter, right, the big button on the front, it'll get you back to normal viewfinder. So you're all set now. We're going to put this on the white paper, okay? What you want to do is then hold the camera directly above your object. And ideally, you want to be a ways away from this surface. Because the camera has a fairly wide angle, wide lens, you actually want to hold it up higher, still where you can see, but higher, and then zoom down so you fill the frame. And this is assuming your object fits on your letter size piece of paper or legal size or whatever piece of cardboard you're using. I recommend using, and here I am holding up and zooming down, you can't see that. Then you're going to press down halfway. You will see little green boxes on your screen, right? That'll tell you it's in focus, and then finish squeezing the shutter and you'll hear the click of the shutter. So I just took the picture, and then I'm going to hit the, over here so you can see this, hit the review, camera review, right? And you'll see the picture on the screen. There we go, that's the picture I just took. From this, you can see from the histogram, which is, oops, this guy right here, with the little ziggy-zaggies. You go from the black point to the white point, see the grayscale underneath, and you can see that's pretty well exposed, right? And this is on the top of the camera, top of the camera. Here we go. It's just set to that green camera. You guys will be fine on the auto settings, not a problem. Yeah, that'll be fine. So when you shoot, ideally, you've got that histogram going from a black point to a white point, or pretty close. And you'll see here I've got the ISO set at 800. See the 800? That's a decent resolution. If you are shooting in a lower light situation, it's pretty bright here in the kitchen, a couple of windows, it's a nice afternoon light coming in. If you need more light, you may have to set the ISO to 1600. I can show you how to do that. There we go. And you'll see that we had a shutter speed over here, shutter speed of 1/125th, right? So pretty fast, so there's no camera shake, and an f-stop of 3.7, which is not a lot of depth of field, but it should be enough for what you're doing if what you're shooting has a pretty flat surface. You want to make sure that your camera is fairly parallel to the surface of the object you are shooting so that it will be in focus. If you hold it at an angle, if I shoot, for example, let me take another picture and show you. If I shoot if I shot this, oops, one sec, there we go. If I shot this, right, see how that's at an angle and you're seeing the shadow and you're seeing the legs a little bit, only part of it's going to be in focus. Part of it's going to be not in focus. As opposed to this one, because it was flat, it's all in focus, which is what you want for a historical archive. So try to be a little careful about that. You want the lens plane parallel to the surface of the object. So that's the plan. And then you should be fine. Yeah, if it's too dark for whatever reason and you need to increase the ISO, all you would do is go again to menu, go to menu, and oops, and I'm on that, get off that, go back to menu, here we go. And instead of white balance, you're gonna go down to ISO sensitivity. We wanna go into this, so we're gonna click on the OK to get into ISO sensitivity. And this is where you have numbers, right? If you get a higher number, 1600, 3200, probably not 6400, but you could, you will be able to take pictures in less light, but the resulting image will have more grain and a higher, it won't look as good. It'll be a little pixely. So you don't really want to do that. So my suggestion is to leave this on 800 as long as you can, and then if you need 1600 to go to that. So those are the keys that you need. If you need to click on the menu button and get us out of here. That's all you need to use this camera to photograph your objects. And again, I would recommend a white piece of paper as your background. So that should do it. Good luck. If you have any questions, just reach out and I'll see what I can do. All right. Good luck.